PNP every time.
Yes,
every time we have said PNP, then can't stop PNP. PNP roll the world every time.
People at Jamaica tired. Marketing. Jamaica orange.
Original. Lisa, darling. Big up yourself, Lisa. Yes, one Lisa, the general this. One Lisa, one pretty Lisa. Come on a follow and start man. Central Kingston where some of us.
And then stay with Charmin and grow with Row.
Alright, see there. Grow with Row. Oh, the river. She'll come back, man. She just gotta meet somebody. Turn it up. Wow. Jesus Christ. Lola. Lola, come out. Turn up. Oh, take the baby out on the road now. Take the baby out on the road. Walk with that, man. Out there. Bucklad. Start that dry, yeah, say. Yeah, man, for out. There, man, walk on. No, good man. There, man, this is my work, you know. No, man, it's good, man. I'm good, man. Your father rich. No, that's down the road. Yeah, no, you're mad. Yeah, that way there, them call on them. Father Row. There, eh? Where you say? Yeah, but talk now.
You know where you're coming. You know what I'm saying? You know where you're coming.
I got hide that now. Kamara. Marlene. Man, vale. All right, people, they've gone on a different marching campaign. Central Kingston Division. So it's up between Shami and Lauren, Andrea and Dana.
I don't think you can just look at murder in isolation, because mandatory minimum sentences are being imposed now on firearm offences as well. And the volume of firearm offences is significant. So between that and murder's always had mandatory minimum sentences. You know, what they're doing is increasing those minimums from 15 years and 20 years, which is what exists now for capital murder, and I think they're proposing 40 and 50 years. And when you add to that the mandatory minimum sentence for firearms offences, what you're going to have is a growing prison population, because people will be in prison for much longer. So whereas the average duration of a prisoner in Jamaica is approximately, across all offences from minor to major, is, I believe, in the region of 3 years. That is going to be a much higher number going forward. How are they all going to fit? Where are the rehabilitation programs to try and reorient those people who have committed crime, so that when they come back into society, they're no longer a threat to the rest of us? The consequences of these measures need to be thought through and implemented, you know. So I don't hear the government talking about these things. Yes, we all understand the need to be firm when it comes to dealing with serious criminal offenses, and we're in favor of that. But we need to also think through the impact and implications of changing the rules in this way. For example, the backlog in the criminal justice system, which has been cleared as a result of reforms that I implemented as Minister of Justice to encourage guilty persons to plead guilty and get a discount, so that they get out of the court system and into the prison system much quicker. With the new mandatory minimum sentences, that is now a spoke in the wheel. So you're going to have many more cases that would have been dealt with through a guilty plea now going to trial in the gun court and so on. The court system is going to be overwhelmed by that. So these are some of the things that need to be thought through before you start talking about the increased sentencing rules, you know. I just think you need to have a holistic approach when you're dealing with the criminal justice problem. And it's not just on the back end, which is the courts and the prison system, but it's on why is it that we have so many young people going into criminal activity? What's happening in the early childhood and primary schools that result in children matriculating to secondary and they're not ready for it? They can't handle the secondary curriculum. They leave with nothing to show for it. And those are the ones that are vulnerable to being swayed into crime. We need to have an overall strategy that deals with both sides of the problem. And this government really doesn't understand that. All right, thank you.
PNP every time.
Yes,
every time we have said PNP, they can't stop PNP. PNP roll the world every time.